know, there's times where I'm just like, shut up. Literally, to myself, I'm shut up, let it go. Me having to tell my ego, let it go. I don't want to talk about this. That's the seer, that's the person watching, that's the spirit. It's fine, man, I took care of it. It's done, it's been done. I've got so many ways if you just relax, enjoy, look at what's around you. You're breathing, you're living, you're walking, you're here in the garden. This is amazing, and you're worried about how you're gonna pay a bill or how you're gonna relocate the family. Such insignificant things, but we get caught up in these capsules. Vessel is a better word, because it's not that we're trapped, that this is the physical tool that allows us to explore the physical world, to be on this green earth, be in this world, not of this world. The good part is, though, I've made a decision basically to pay myself first, and in myself meaning my household, being the head of household, head of finances. I've chosen to pay myself first. What's big on my head is giving. I always tell you the cycle, you have to give to have more than enough. If you don't give, you'll never have more than enough. So, decided to commit and just go in faith. Love doing, because it forces you to challenge the universe, and it always comes back. It always comes back the right way. The Richest Man in Babylon was a book I read and grasped the concepts of what it was talking about. Audiobook, of course. But basically the principles of paying your debts, being responsible in your finances, and through a structure of 10% to tithe, to give back, to give away, 10% to yourself to put in the storehouse, and live off the 80%. The same way that you would say 10% tithing, everything else will work. It's the same thing. You don't know how you'd make it off 90%. I mean, hell, at 100% you don't make it if you're not abundant, if you're not in that right mindset. You have to give to have more than enough. You'll never have more than enough if you're not giving, because you're not giving the signal that you have more than enough. You're not giving the vibration, the energy of I've got more than enough. I can do this and I will be just fine. That's all it is. That's what the faith is going with what you know. More than a belief, but a knowing. So I've decided that going forward, no matter what it is, I'm breaking down the finances. First thing, before any budgeting, before any decisions, 10% tithe, 10% savings. And the reason why especially I'm doing that, because I don't know how it's all going to work out. I'm in such a great place right now. Everything else lines up where that's my next step. That's where I need to be. That motivates me and lets me know that I need to move on along with everything else. I know we'll be fine, but I'm thinking about, what if we only put away? What if? Fear. Bullshit. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to come up, but I'm hopeful. On top of that, I know that in faith, everything will work out. It would behoove me to go ahead and start the process of tithing 10% flat, making sure it's done first thing, priority. At the same time, taking 10%, putting away for ourselves. So I tithe 200, I put away 200. I tithe 50, I put away 50. Tithe 150, I put away 150. Work with the rest. Necessities got paid. It'll all work out. That's the one thing in tithing and in The Richest Man in Babylon. The story of each person was I did not know at the time how it was going to work, how I was going to live off 80%. But we did. It happened. The same way when I started tithing back in 2012. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew it wasn't working what I was doing before. And how long can you repeat the same thing and expect a different outcome? That's insanity. And it worked. It always worked. Blessings increased, life increased, abundance increased. So now I'm thinking the same thing. We're both grown. We're both 30. We've got 2 children. We want to relocate. But, we've got responsibility. There's no way that with the income, we've never been impoverished. I don't think we've ever had a year, even in unemployment years, I don't think our household has never had less than 40 to 50,000 combined. At times, 70, 80, even touching 90,000. What it's worth, it's not like you just see that money check cashed out, but you get what I'm saying. We've never been impoverished doing retail jobs, working at fast food and shit. Like, we're out here being adults. And we're going into being 30. And the fixation in my mind that I've always had that I don't think I've quite gotten the lesson, and I think I'm figuring that out now, ideal of going to the bank, going to the ATM, $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000 just sitting there. Not like a cash out, not necessarily intended for anything, but just having a few $1,000s sitting there. Having savings. Average person in a consumer society doesn't have. Statistic I saw about 5, 6, 8 years ago. The average person's savings is about less than $1,200 to $1,500. Family savings, which is realistic. Point is, I see that if I'm putting away that 10%, giving away the 10% and putting away that 10%, my household, our finances will grow. Plain and simple. To get moved out there and have what we need to get into a house. No questions asked. 3, 4 bedrooms, 2-car garage, downstairs den, backyard, all the goodies. That's what we're going for, man. Setting up the family. Building that foundation. You know, one day it'll be 50,000, 100,000, a million, whatever. But it's got to start somewhere. It can't be 30s going forward and still when it comes up, you got doctor's appointments, $400 deductible. How are we going to get that? You know, come on. It's time to step up. It's time to move forward. I had 10 years to piss away, splurge, enjoy. How much are you really being satisfied by the things that you put your money into? It's just at a point where the right decision has to be made. And I think more or less anything, the mindset will bring on more abundance, more prosperity. I'm excited to see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen. Mark my words, I don't know how I'm going to make 80% work, but I know it will. And I know I'm going to have that nice 10% set to the side. I know I'm going to feel phenomenal giving away 10% every single check because it's just more of, I got more than enough. Take some, take some. Excited about that. But I'm definitely at a place where I'm noticing finance as a place I find to be very important is never knowing it all. Probably heard the phrase, you want to... Is there anything else you want to say?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I think you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.